The tables are set up here under the canopy. We're supposed to have rain this evening and tomorrow, so we're going to hurry and get this done. The kids dragged all this out here for me, and they're gonna get it all set up out here on the tables, and of course the new shelves that were part of this week's public school dumpster diving haul. I was not able to get the cyst on my wrist drained. There's a long story behind that. Our family, our neighborhood, we went through a horrible trauma yesterday, and I will tell you all about that at the end of the video. But first, let's focus on the good, the exciting, the fun. I will get my hand taken care of, but I had to cancel that appointment because the neighborhood and my family needed me, and it was what it was. Full story at the end of the reveal. But here's Reagan.
Hello.
And he's got his new gloves, generously supplied by Wells Lamont. And he is going to start getting all this over here. He is amazing. We will sort it all out, we will lay it all out, and we'll show you what we got.
I'm just going to sign these up.
With a bunch of help from my amazing Reagan, we've got this all laid out. So let's start right here. We've got this fabulous quilt top. We've got this Play School My Little Pony. Oh, poor little pig. We've got a See and Say, this awesome dollhouse that we're guessing is a Peppa Pig house because of all these Peppa Pig characters. Tons of furniture, even a telescope. How cool is that? Reagan's got it all put together for us real nice. We have a huge collection of My Little Ponies. A pasta maker, a lamp, yarn galore, and then look at all of this. If you stay tuned to the end and hear the story of our day yesterday, you will understand just how wonderful this is for myself and my family to find some fabulous Disney treasure and all sorts of super fun, cute stuff that we are going to have a great time with. Even if we do end up selling most of it in the yard sale, that's okay, because this is going to bring us some much needed joy. So all of these Play School figures, several of them Disney. You know we love Disney. And then look at this. That one we're keeping. A Little People carriage. There's the Cinderella to go with it. You know Mariah's going to want this. She hasn't seen it yet. It's got like a microphone with it, a little purse with a microphone with Elsa and Anna, a tote, a dragon. There's the Minnie Mouse booster. We're going to scrub it, clean it. It'll go in the yard sale. More Little People things, a Fisher-Price little phone, assorted, I don't know, other little game pieces. This fabulous Little People playset that I'm sure a lot of those characters go to. You can see there's like all the letters. I don't know if we have the characters for every single letter, but we will find out. And then these two totes, and you know we can always use more totes, and most of ours are from the bins. Another tote, a little garbage can, this fabulous shadow box frame. Stay tuned to see what we do with it. A dish drainer, that'll go in the yard sale. A coat, it needs some repairs. A fabulous little sparkly tutu skirt. All of these sunglasses. And some like regular glasses. The heads. We'll sell those, but Olivia probably wants this one. She was talking about it. And look at the hair on it. Come on now. That is just wow. But I know that these do have some resale value. I'm not sure how much, considering some, you know, they're missing a lot of hair. So I don't know, maybe for the like makeup purposes. I don't know. You guys tell me. But anyway, shelves. And if they aren't worth selling, like reselling, then they can go in our Halloween yard display this year, which is, you know, the island of misfit toys and dolls, and heads would be perfect. Anyway, over here, we've got an electric breast pump. I'm not sure what these pieces go to. There's an iron. We still have to test it. We've got some esthetician school, like beauty school books. This Junior Disney All Around the Farm, The Christmas Miracle of Jonathan Toomey, super good book. We've got the stencil book, but do you know, last week we found the whole carving set. Not in the same dumpster either. So that was really weird, but really awesome. Yeah, I realized that as we were setting this up. You guys may remember that, yeah, we found the carving set last week, and now we have the book of stencils. That's just so awesome. Then brand new, the Halloween, you know we love Halloween, dual cake pop and cupcake stand. Brand new. Everything inside is sealed. We've got the headlamp, measuring tape, a little lock with a couple things, an all-purpose tool, a watch, a whole bunch of keychain rings, some stickers, random toys, a sippy cup, a little doll, car seat, whatever. All of these puzzle pieces. Stay tuned. We will try them out. It looks like it's probably a Peppa Pig puzzle. We'll see what's what. A towel. We'll wash that and add it to the kitchen. A throw blanket. A random sock, a gorgeous blouse. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, lovely, beautiful. A heavy duty curtain, like with the blackout liner. That's fantastic. Is that all? I think it is. I think so. So much fun. All these bullets that Reagan's pretty sure will fit his Nerf gun that is, of course, from the dumpsters. When we found it, it didn't have any bullets, but hey presto, another bin. There you go. The treasure that we needed. Oh, did I even show you this amazing little metal Tinkerbell purse? Because I'm in love with that. Oh, and did I show you this fabulous lacy ribbon? How gorgeous is that?
The bullets fit.
Hold on. Go ahead.
All the bullets fit. Sadly, there's 2 extra spaces because, yeah, there's supposed to be 10.
But hey, we had none, and now we've got a bunch.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo! One more. Woohoo! Thank you, dumpster. Yeah, we are going to have a good time with all these toys before we decide what we're going to do with them. Obviously, some of them we will add to the yard sale pile out here in the yard. When are we going to do the yard sale? I know you guys are wondering. You know, life keeps happening. And then, of course, we keep finding more stuff. And so I think we're going to wait. I think we're going to wait till probably, as much as I hate keeping the stuff piled out here, I think it just makes sense with all the effort that goes into a yard sale. I think it makes sense, really. Careful, Rugi. You. I think it does make sense to wait till probably the end of July or even the first week of August. That's kind of my thought right now. Yeah, it's driving me nuts having to store all of it out in our yard. But what can I do? You know, a yard sale is a lot of work, especially the way that we do it. And when we're done with the yard sale, we want to donate everything that's left and not keep stuff on hand. And I only want to do one big yard sale. So I do think we're going to wait. I do. All right. If you are just here for the reveal, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. And stay tuned for more dumpster diving adventures. We keep going regardless of what life throws at us. Now, for everyone else that wants to hear yesterday's story, buckle up, get ready. All right, Frugal friends, now the story. I'm so glad that we got the reveal done and that there were so many wonderful treasures, especially Disney. That was very, very helpful. So I'm just going to jump into it, okay? Just warning. It's traumatic, okay? Just know that we are okay and we are working it out as far as like our mental and emotional health and taking the time and having the conversations and things like that that we need as a family. But this is an ongoing situation and we do not yet know the outcome, okay? But also the children of this person and their family are viewers of this channel, so I will not be giving out any super specific details or things like that. And guys, if you are watching this, please please tune out. I'm only going to share what is my part of the story because this is something very personal to them, and yet it affected our family deeply and the whole neighborhood. So trying to do it as respectfully as I possibly can, while also sharing my own truth and letting all of you know how this has affected us, because it has affected our video schedule and getting my hand fixed, and could potentially affect this next weekend's dumpster diving. So, okay. Excuse me. Yesterday morning, okay. Sorry. Yesterday morning, I woke up. I wake up early and start with my stock trades, and then I wait for the kids to wake up, and then eventually, you know, it's time to get everyone up and get Olivia to summer school. Well, I woke up, I was doing my stock trades in bed, and Reagan woke up, and he came in and asked what he could do to earn some computer time, and so I asked him to switch the laundry. They've all been helping so much and been so great since, you know, my hand is messed up. If you don't know why my hand is messed up, there is a video about that. It's might even be our most recent video before this, I think. Anyway, I had an appointment scheduled for 9 o'clock yesterday morning to go and get this taken care of, to have a minor procedure done. Reagan goes to start switching the laundry. We hear some sounds outside, sounds like kind of bellowing or hollering. And Reagan said, well, first I'm going to go see what's going on out there. And me thinking, oh, you know, kids are easily distracted and it's just the neighbors playing really early. I'm like, no, just go get the laundry done first and then you can go see what's going on. Well, he disobeyed me, and I'm so glad he did. He snuck upstairs and looked out there and then yelled down the stairs, Mom, you need to come up here. The neighbor's dad is dead in the street. You know, there's no end to the drama and the roller coaster of disasters when it comes to the Frugal family, right? I ran outside. The neighbor's kids were very upset, especially the one that was with him when he collapsed, literally out on the road. Heart failure, not a heart attack. His heart just stopped. He has I'm not going to go into their, you know, details, but a history of heart issues. And just a fighter and a champ. He's an amazing and dear friend of mine who always keeps an eye out at the thrift stores for Disney stuff and is always bringing me surprises and treasures, many of which I've shown you. But always thinks of us and brings me treasures. We have this deal that we've made, and never said that, you know, that either of us owed the other, but we have an understanding that where he doesn't live here anymore, but his kids do with their mom and stepdad, he knows that anytime anything's going on with his kids, I will take them in and I will take care of them. And I know that if he sees anything Disney, he'll bring it to me. And we have this mostly unspoken agreement that, you know, that's the deal. Amazingly, a city worker was in the neighborhood doing city work stuff and saw him fall to the ground and right away went over, assessed the situation, and started CPR. And that man is a hero. You guys know my perspective on religion and our lack of it. If there is a such thing as angels, please do not start preaching to me in the comments. Please have some respect for my belief or lack of belief. But I am going to acknowledge this, that if there is a such thing as angels somewhere, that man was one. Okay? A human angel. My friend's daughter, the yelling that we had heard was her running through the apartment complex next to us, yelling for help, screaming for help, while her younger sister sat in the van that her dad collapsed next to. And right away, their older sister, who lives in one of the other apartments with her family, was able to call the police, and they hurried so fast. By the time that I got outside, there were already at least like 6 police officers and this random city worker pumping away at my friend, and I was able to go and comfort and hold, and the kids, their mom was out of town on the other side of the country. Their stepdad did come out. Other neighbors wanting to see what the heck's going on. Eventually, within minutes, the whole road was blocked off. We had the fire department, we had ambulances, we had all the police officers. God. I sent the daughter, who's close in age to Olivia, sent her in here to be with Olivia because she was having a terrible time. Her dad collapsed in front of her, so sent her in here. Guys, if you're watching this, my babies that are not my babies, please know how much I love you. It's crazy because we don't fight, but we've had like disagreements where they play their music too loud, and I've complained about it I don't know how many times, and I've hollered at them and yelled at them and told them, get off my rock wall, and you know, just stupid neighbor stuff, okay? Neighbor stuff. And yet, and I hope they know this, I would do anything for them. God. So he lay there on the asphalt of the road, and they pumped away and they pumped away, and they took turns pumping and pumping and pumping. Eventually, they were able to get, I mean, the whisper of a pulse, and able to put the shocky things on him, and they ended up doing that at least 3 different times. They pumped him full of stuff. They kept taking turns, they wouldn't give up. And we just asked them and asked, please don't give up on him. And they promised they wouldn't. And this went on because they couldn't take him in the ambulance until they had at least gotten him alive, gotten him, you know, something going with him. Mariah came out and saw this as they're just pumping away at him and shocking him, and so I sent her inside, and the other, you know, little neighbor kids, sending them inside because they didn't need to be seeing this. And eventually, they were able to get breathing tube in him, and able to switch over to this electric. I've never seen anything like that. Oh my God, that is a horrible thing to see. It's amazing, a fabulous invention, but horrible to watch this like electric pumping mechanism that does the compressions so that, you know, the people can take a break. That was horrible to watch that. That was awful. Especially when it was someone that I know and care about, and it was triggering in so many ways, having watched my daddy, rest in peace, having watched him die. It was awful. It was awful. They were finally able to get him stabilized enough, and with the thing continuing to go, that they were able to get him to the ambulance. Well, that left all the kids, that left people needing to go to the hospital, that left my friend, his kids, and then his stepdaughter's kids, because she needed to go, because there had to be somebody to go, and just all this. So I ended up having to call and cancel. I mean, I didn't have to. I chose to call and cancel my doctor appointment. And I had a house full of kids in my little tiny house. And I was in horrible pain. I still am, this thing. And it was hot. It was so hot yesterday, so they couldn't play outside for very long. So they were all in here. And the ones who it was their dad, they're a little bit older. That would have been easy to just have them here. But then there was, you know, their cousins who were all young. One was even a baby, and that was so hard. We have no room in this house, and Mama's way past babies and toddlers. So, and then my kids were pretty upset over all of it, and then having this crowded house was, you know, a sensory overload and pretty tough, and trying to keep these kids entertained all day. And then the older two, who were actually the kids of this man, being so upset and so stressed and trying to keep them occupied. Their older siblings, they went off to other, you know, to family members and different things, and eventually to the hospital. But these younger two, I had no word to give them. I had no comfort to give them. They couldn't go and see their dad. He got to the hospital. They were able to establish a pulse. They were able to establish brain activity. That city worker that randomly happened upon the situation and chose to do something about it. That man is a hero. I don't know his name. But all the doctors said, they all told the family that that's why there was even a chance that this man would live, was because of that city worker. That was the only reason. Because within minutes, minute or two, max, he was there pumping away. And that's how our friend has a chance. It was a long day. And I can't get into the doctor either to get this done. It was a fluke that they had an appointment open, and so I'm not sure when this will get done, or if it'll even get done before this weekend, because it's not something you can just go into the urgent care and have them do it. They have to use ultrasound to make sure they don't hit any of your like nerves or anything. Otherwise, you know, serious damage. So you have to get in with the specialist to do it, at least in our clinic. So wish me luck on that one. We've spent this morning obviously getting that reveal ready, tidying up the house after yesterday. It was like a tornado. Like a tornado. This house was not meant for that many kids. And yet, as I, you know, complain about it, I'm so grateful that I was able to have them here and to go insane with them here, because it kept me busy enough that I didn't have time to deal with the trauma of it all and the madness of it all, because I needed to be that strong person. You guys know this kind of thing, you know, that does all need to be dealt with, and I will. And been talking with the kids through it all, and, you know, luckily Olivia was able to go to school, and so that kept her busy. You know, she didn't have to. It was traumatic for everybody. Some people see this kind of stuff every day. We don't. It's the same when we found the dead pig the other week in the dumpster, and people that are on farms or work in slaughterhouses or whatever see that stuff all the time, and it doesn't, so it wouldn't bother them. Well, it bothers us because we don't see it all the time. And especially when we're not expecting it. It is traumatizing. It's terrifying. It's overwhelming. And when you're in a bunch of pain anyway, your nerves are frayed, and you know, everything's worse that way, you know? So I don't know what's going to happen next, but I had to get this reveal done because cross your fingers, we might be having rain tonight or tomorrow. It's not expected to be a big storm, but we might be getting some rain. And many of you know that here in Utah, we are in a severe drought. And so that would be awesome if we did get some rain. But I needed to get all that stuff, you know, sorted, documented, and put away, because we got to get it done. Plus, you know, this is how I make my living. I do need to do this. I know so many of you are so amazing and will say, take a break, take time. And I am so grateful for that. But at the same time, this is how we make our living. And you guys know we're working on earning a car, or earning the money to buy a car. And so I have to keep going with this. But at the same time, I have to say thank you again. So many thank yous to our Patreon and PayPal friends and Super Chat friends and all of that. Because in times like this, that just seem to come up regularly on a monthly, you know, kind of a monthly or bi-monthly basis, there is a roller coaster called life that we're riding along on, and sometimes the car derails and falls off, and everyone's screaming, falling to the ground, in a show of humanity, destruction of humanity, whatever. Anyway, thank you thank you for easing my mind at least enough that I can just make the videos that I need to make and not worry about filling any kind of video quota or whatever. It means so much. In times like this, and always, it means so much. Life is so short. This is also cliche, but it is. Life is short and it is precious, and your loved ones are precious, and humanity, just people around you. You don't have to know them or love them or anything for them to matter. Life is short. Be kind to people. Be generous with people. Tell people that you love them if you love them. Show them that you love them if you love them. Make time for the people that matter to you and the people that don't matter to you. Hold that door open. Do something nice for someone, because it could end tomorrow. You don't know. Anyway, that's the story. That was yesterday, and that will inform how the rest of this week goes for us. I am going to be on the phone trying to see if anyone cancels or whatever so that I can get in and get this darn thing taken care of. But either way, whenever we get it done, then there's, you know, a couple days to recover before, you know, pulling stuff out of the bins. So it will affect this weekend. I am going to bring Olivia and probably Reagan as well, and hopefully just be directing traffic and having them get the stuff depending on how it all goes, and if I'm able to get the procedure done this week or not, and then how I feel after, and all of those things. You guys are amazing, and I love you, and I appreciate you, especially if you're still watching and listen to this whole story. You are so generous with your time and with your heart, and that means everything to us, and so thank you. Have a beautiful day. Make it a beautiful day, and just know how much I appreciate you.